without acting alone. Happily control. Happily control. You without have no soul.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Marquee matchup on Pro Clubs Nation TV. My name is Scott. I'm joined alongside here by TJL, the Adam. We have a Marquee matchup of tonight's Community Shield. This will be played over 2 legs between last season's league winners in Benfica and last season's League Cup winners in Atlanta United. Both teams have undergone somewhat of overhauls, maybe Atlanta more so, but this is a matchup that we could see maybe playing out later on during the season.
Yep, I'm excited to see how the Benfica quadruple DM formation is going to work out tonight, so that's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, no, it's going to be an interesting matchup between the two squads, especially over 2 legs tonight, so everyone tune in. Next riveting action, hopefully, between the two sides.
We take a look at both sides, as we mentioned. Benfica looking to go for the three-peat this upcoming season, and Chuck and Stone, the management of Benfica, always looking for more silverware. This is their chance to do so here. How do you feel about their chances tonight before we roll through their lineup?
I love the Benfica boys. You know, this overhaul by Atlanta is going to be one hell of a contender this season in Super League, but this might be a very good test for both teams to see where they stack up, especially with the new game, new mechanic. I know both teams have been practicing away in competitive games. You know, everyone's already grinding up trying to get those 90 overall, so it's going to be interesting to see how each team does. But I think I'm going to give the edge to Benfica, but I'll leave that for...
Well, let's run through Benfica's lineup real quick. Going for the third season running at Strikers 98 in goal, Taco Kid, Tamori, previously Wanyama, and Jermachenko is the back 3 for them in this 3-5-2. It's Vanquish and Classy on the wings. No change there from last season. 2 new signings as the DMs. It's Lake and CM9, formerly of Chelsea, signing mid-off-season for the champions. It's Chuck sliding back to the attacking midfielder position. Stone and former Atlanta United player Pinkso are going to be this attacking 3. It's a changed lineup, but they never lost quality anywhere.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It's still an absolute class lineup and fully expecting to be another Super League title contender this season.
Now, let's talk about Atlanta United. We've mentioned they're more or less, they've overhauled almost half the team, bringing in players like Vape, Moneybags, hanging on to Talentless, having Apocryphian and Gold. They have talent everywhere. Is this their season to dethrone Benfica?
It could be one. It's going to be interesting to see how basically the early part of the season is going to be. If Benfica gets out to a very early lead, I don't see them catching up, but you might see what happened last season where Benfica struggled a little bit in the beginning, but absolutely tore it towards the middle and back into the season and just ran.
We'll go through the Atlanta lineup. And as mentioned, in goal, Foot King and Perp are the 2 center backs in this 4-2-3-1 from Atlanta. The fullbacks of Exile and Will. New signing, Fika, 5'6" Poppy, and You Don't Vape are the DMs today. Schmerda Polo and Moneybags are the wingers with Goatless, and the attacking midfield with Talentless up top. Always dangerous with Talentless up there, and you know he's going to get a lot of service from Moneybags and Schmerda.
Yeah, the player to watch for me in this team is absolutely going to be Schmerda, coming off an absolutely fantastic World Cup and the World Cup win with Seychelles. Never figured out how to say it. But yeah, he's going to be an absolute force this season. I play the season contender.
So a lot of teams still not too willing to stray away from the 3-5-2. Atlanta is one of those teams, and maybe the most notable, to stray away from the 3-5-2. How do you see this 4-2-3-1 lining up against a 3-5-2 in Benfica?
I don't know. Right now, it's kind of a toss-up. You know, new FIFA and everything. Try to see which formations work out and which don't. But running through 19, I know our Brazil squad was running the 4-2-3-1, and we're having fairly well success with it. And it's a good format to have that 5-on-5 and having that security of a 4 at the back and having a class striker, just that solo striker up top and talentless, and knowing these 3 attacking mids, how far they can push up and do absolute work. It's going to be interesting to see, especially having Vape as a DM. You know, goals. Let's put him on the Instagram page.
Well, I think you'll look for an interesting notable absence for Atlanta United is Jamie. He's actually moving right now. Is currently without internet. So, Jamie, if you're listening, congrats on the move again. But this midfield of Vape and 5-6 Poppy. Now, 5-6 playing with Benfica last season is obviously very knowledgeable of this Benfica squad. Do you think he's filled them in at all? And do you think he can maybe give them some intel to give Atlanta the edge here?
I don't know, 5'6", practicing with those Benfica boys all last season, and I know he's gonna be an absolute unit with Jamie once he comes back this season. Those two are basically magic together, playing in that DM role. I don't know. I wouldn't know about intel, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see how 5'6" adapts to it. But I'm sure he's gonna fit.
Well, this is over a two-legged. We will play the first leg. I believe Atlanta has the home leg, and I believe it is Benfica, but the second leg is the home team. Then, do you think that as we do look at the Atlanta lineup, personally for me, I could see maybe going out playing. I think this maybe first half will be really back and forth. I think it's going to be both teams kind of trying to feel each other out. But I think maybe from that 90 minutes, it will be it'll either be a matchup for one team or it will be a very back and forth, open, attacking football. I think it could be really exciting here as we are about to get started here. We are about to send to the other team, get some predictions in the chat for some scores.
Hopefully. I see a 3-0 Benfica, Atlanta 5-0. But so far, that's it so far.
Yeah.
But, I mean, strikers with the 3-0. He wants that. Hopefully, I don't sound like too much of a robot all night.
Oh,
see if I can play around with some.
Well. Now, I think some on what we could see tonight. What do you think is going to be the outcome after these two legs?
Just looking at both teams right now, I feel like it's going to be either a very good defensive performance or the defenses are just going to say, all right, I'm going to head out. And then it's going to be just a goal scoring. And I mean, everyone loves a good goal scoring affair, but I think we're going to get a class low scoring matchup. I'm going to go 4-3 over the. That's low scoring, right? For PCN, that's relatively low scoring.
That's fair enough.
PCN wise.
I do think as a game as a whole, I think scoring this season could be down from last season. As more and more teams try to figure out the game works, what doesn't work. I think maybe we could see that replicate here in this tie here tonight. As we have connected, we are in the kit selection screen. It looks like it is going to be Atlanta in the whites and Benfica in the looks like raindrop gray.
Yeah,
almost looks like
very nice, very nice.
It's the interesting third kit. The Benfica kits are nice, pretty nice.
Benfica pulling up all the stops for the champion.
Why wouldn't you? Of course, first silverware with this FIFA 20.
It's up for grabs now. Here we go.
And they backed up.
Unlucky. Just kidding.
And
just kidding.
We will try that.
Get right
again.
back to it. It's gonna be. Our season 12 is off to a hot start here in PCN.
You always hate to see the disconnect. Apparently, Atlanta had a couple drops.
3-2 ATL pick. I got McKean with a 3-1 ATL.
I think this is maybe going to be one of those ties, almost like the Royal Cup final from last season, where you had really a mixed, and who was going to win that silver. Obviously, AC Milan walking away with that one. But I think the general consensus is that this Atlanta team could beat anybody on any given day, and so can this
Yeah,
Benfica team. I
man.
think be the two Super League heavyweights for this season going against each other.
Very well could be. So far, going up against the Atlanta boys, and let me tell you, that press that they put on this 4-2-3-1 is absolutely out of this world sometimes. So it'll be interesting to see how they could adapt to it. And so maybe they could be them on like an over top ball. I don't see it coming if they're really high pressed up. That back line so far is really really class and keeping it together and trying to keep clean sheets all.
Now, as we talk about that Atlanta back line with them switching to a 4-2-3-1, I mean, fullbacks, what importance and what do you feel is though Atlanta could use those fullbacks doing so that they could maybe exploit maybe those wide mids in the 3-5-2 of Benfica?
Yeah, what I could see is maybe these outside backs pushing up a little bit, trying to contest with those outside mids, and then just leave those lambs and rams in behind them. So forcing those left mid, right mids to drop a little bit more, forcing the Benfica to play defensively, which is something they do not like to do. But having those extra that wide presence, it's going to be a big matchup to see how those lamb left back, ram, and right back match up against Vanquish and what's the other one? I'm sorry,
Classic.
Classy. That's what it was. So
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Benfica's got its scout, 3-5-2. They've been playing it God knows how long now. They're like, yeah, we've seen every formation. We know how to adapt to it. Hopefully, we can get a good connection to see how they can adapt to it.
The Benfica side of things, I do know that um, with them bringing Pinks on board for striker and letting Swifties go to Manchester United, Chaka's mid role. Now he's played that during the World Cup for USA and actually played it very well. He alternated sometimes between a striker, but ultimately in the knockouts ended up playing attacking mid. From what I've been hearing, Stone has been scoring like crazy this FIFA.
Man.
His finishing has been absolutely impeccable. How do you think this Benfica can kind of pick apart this the two DMs and the back four of Atlanta?
I mean, I don't see them picking those players apart. I feel like the class is just too up and above beyond like a normal in like drop-ins or league play. Playing against 5-6. I mean, maybe you could call the weak link Vape because he doesn't primarily play DM, but I mean, I'm sure he's been adapted to be thrown into a crazy situation before.
You're
But
gonna hear about that
in
one
that
later.
3-5-2. Vape, come at me, League One tots. But yeah, no, it's gonna be. I know Goatless will come back on defense, help out tremendously. You might see Schmert and Moneybags stay up in maybe like a 4-3-3 set as winger, but those three cams are just gonna like come back on defense if they need to. If somehow Benfica starts pressuring them a little too much, they're gonna relieve that. It's gonna be really big with those trying through the midfield and feeding talentless. That's gonna be the key tonight, especially for Atlanta playing that solo striker. It's gonna be one striker versus three very good center backs. So it's gonna be interesting to see how talentless can.
Well, it looks like we are having a little bit of stream troubles, but we should be
having some
getting
connection
things
issues.
back in order here in no time. Confidence in PCN Zone Will 3.
Plus, PCN radio runs. That's my just what happens.
So as we deal with this, I think we could maybe go on to maybe talking about this upcoming season and some of the maybe you won't necessarily see in this matchup or in some of the other upcoming matchups, but could really make a splash in Super League, and some of those that
Already on install, just saying. Here, let me pull up the.
yeah.
I need to see what teams are in Super League again. But I mean, like, there's usually like the typical top contenders, I just had to refresh myself. I've been away from PCN for a minute, you know? Been on this long break. Gotta come back
Yikes.
into the swing of things.
Commitment is not there, my friend.
I mean, I don't know about commitment. Okay, here we go. One of the teams that I know for sure will be making a splash, probably gonna be under very much new direction. Brought a lot of players in. It's gonna be great to see how they make a splash. Real Madrid coming in from League One. You know, that job's gonna get the work done, 100%. And I mean, I feel like the top contender is still gonna be like, you know, the same, like, you know, the Milans, the Benficas. Atlanta was up there last season. Inter might struggle, I would say, a little bit. I haven't seen them personally play. I don't know if anyone else has in the chat or anything. See, you know, Inter stacking up, but I know the loss of some key that they've had is might be kind of hard to deal with, but you know, maybe they're secret hidden gems. Juve is gonna be, or Juve, just so Mocha can get mad at me and yell at me. You know, love it. But I feel like those would probably be my top. What was that? How many teams did I just list off? Like 6. That'd probably be my top 6. There we go. Top 6 for Super League. So I'm not the prediction guru. I'm sorry, Rio, but there you go. That's
I think if you didn't know, that Inter Milan team is basically Viva. Pep basically brought in all of Viva.
Oh, he just said bring him in. All right, never mind. Take back what I said. They'll be fine.
I think they could do very well.
Fine. Never mind. I didn't know. I just knew that they lost some key players, but I haven't really seen them, like, you know, play inside the Inter Milan club. But I have matched up against the Viva boys.
Yeah.
In a couple films with the ATL boys. I know what they're about. So, yeah, never mind.
And I think one of the most interesting teams for me going into is Chelsea, and we saw Chelsea do very well last season and produce some of the names that have moved on to some of the bigger teams, a la CM. Chelsea being taken over by Lobo and Brando Nico, both of which previous management experience. Do you think they could break into those top 7 or 8 teams going into this season, or is it going to be a real learning curve?
I think they could easily break in, but it's going to be down to the camp. I'm sure they've been practicing day in and day out. I know, we still haven't seen them play yet, but I know some key signs that they have William out on that wing on the right side, and especially Chronic, who was he top goal scorer last season? He was up there towards the back end.
He was definitely up there, if not.
Yeah, no, he was absolutely the carry in that Lyon squad last season. So Chronic coming to his favorite club in Chelsea, I'm sure he's gonna absolutely ball out again for the Blues. But I think those will be the 2 key players to watch on that Chelsea squad. Will be William on the right side playing that right mid role, and Chronic up top, who I'm sure will probably play next to Lobo in a 2-striker form set. But Lobo could also play, like, you know, maybe like an attacking mid if they do decide just to go Chronic up top.
All right. Well, we are still waiting in here.
Big
we're
internet
having
troubles.
we're having some connection issues. Primarily, it looks like the Benfica boys are going to give them the benefit of the doubt here.
Strikers, I'm gonna say thank you for the mega cheer. I'm not gonna read it out though, for valid reasons.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Strikers, we had this discussion last night, and everything you said last night is completely false.
Oh, I don't know what this means, but okay.
We're just gonna leave it there. That's all that needs to be said.
We still got some connection troubles. How are we looking? I'm
I'm
peeping right now. I'm peeping the Benfica squad. It looks like they're locked up and ready to go right now. So
Yeah, Benfica are ready to go. Just waiting.
we gotta get Dorsey on the PCN plane chopper jet ski and go to Will's house and fix this stuff up.
Well, we just need him on we just need him on the stadium tram to get between both locker rooms. Just figure out what's going on here.
Don't worry about it, babe. Benfica boys are the one. They're stalling. This is the tactic.
It's called icing the opponent. It's like taking a time
that's
out
what it
beforehand.
is.
Right.
NFL, that's happening right now. Boom.
Although the only problem is
Up
Atlanta
for it.
is down to its final timeout. So
Might get a penalty here. All
yeah.
right, so let's start some more. Here we go. Why don't you run me down some League One contenders?
Ooh, some League One. I think the Valencia squad that unfortunately lost in the promotional final last season. They brought in some new names, some new faces, and they're going to be another force within league. I could see Monaco surprising a few people. Casbon took over that team. Argentino hanging around, Preston hanging around. It would not surprise me at all if Monaco is up there. Another team that people may not know about is Atalanta. Atalanta actually was taken over by Roberto, and he's brought in some players that a lot of people might not know. But I know
I've heard might be a sleeper team in League One.
I could definitely see Atalanta being one of those teams that show up near the top of the table and that many people are like, sorry, who are you? And I think they could definitely know after this season.
I know your squad brought in some pretty big, hefty loan signings coming towards the back end of the transfer window.
Yeah, we're like doing the reverse Chelsea's.
Just bring everyone in
Yeah,
on a one deal. Then pray they come back.
definitely great management system there with J Lip and Cones, obviously. The management there, and Bill's joining from Atlanta as his Air Jesus.
It's looking like ATL's the feeder for, or LAFC's the feeder for ATL. Get some playing time down there in League One.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say one of our most notable signings right now is Badi Suda.
Yeah, bro. Oh, wait,
yeah, 100%. Is definitely Badi Suda. Obviously he's a player that can change the entire face of an attack, and we've been practicing really well, and things are really clicking. So I know I'm looking forward to the season with them, and I'm sure the rest of the day are as well.
One team in LAFC with a lot of Super League talent, so expect them to be towards the top end of the table, either competing for auto promotion or at least a playoff spot for sure.
I think
another team I would love to throw in there, just Wolverhampton. The amount of depth that those guys have, dear lord. They could make a whole ass B squad play a game if they needed to, but I know Smoke Break's gonna try to work his magic down in League One, coming down from Lyon last season. But he's got one hell of a squad stacking up right now, so it'd be good to see how they follow him everywhere. I think it's like PCN Wolves everywhere.
PCN Wolves, the media team, I believe, with Smoke Break making a lot of the graphic.
Dope.
Some really cool stuff coming out of that Wolverhampton camp. As we have now connected, will this connection
bless
time?
Let's pray it does. Did you see if Atlanta got a place in there at the DMs? I've been watching Chuck's stream, so I don't.
I have also been on Chuck's stream.
Okay, so this will be interesting to see if they have a bot in that DM role. Just for everyone's clarification, we were having some internet troubles with one of the Atlanta DMs. Placement in there. Slay 6 coming in for the hot save. So pretty good replacement if someone's struggling with their connection. Just bring in
so
Slays.
It is
former internet boy.
It is again Atlanta in the white. It is Benfica in the stainless steel gray, as I have
now dubbed it.
And Benfica testing the Atlanta defense early. Quickly down the wing, find Schmerda. He'll carry it forward.
A player to watch. Player this season. I'm calling big claims. Oh wait, no. Commentator's curse. Oh no.
Oh, now you've done it. Schmerda actually most total teams in key passes during the World Cup playing for Seychelles.
Yeah,
countless were
like 40 or
over
something.
The place.
Yeah,
it was something obnoxious.
When you get more key passes than a whole team in a World Cup, that's saying something. I'm not surprised he got player of the tournament and every accolade, 99 card, everything. Not surprised at all. Big on Exile for keeping him around at ATL. I know there must have been some big teams calling, but he believed in the Atlanta vision.
As Atlanta trying to make their first venture forward, they do so down the right wing. Will with the ball. Back post, strikers there to punch it away. And Atlanta now recycling possession. A big emphasis on keeping possession as they fail to do so there and recycling and pull back. And this constant press that we see there from Slays. Goatless is from by CM9, and he's making his Benfica debut. Here's Chuck down this right-hand side. Stone now in the middle. Stone now in on goal. Stone has a shot, and it deflects off of Weber. Good save by Apokryphian. And we have the first corner of this tie. It will go to the back post. It will be won by Wanyama. Will with a crucial tackle there, and Perp's just there to clean things up. Usher that ball out of play, and a missed throw there from Pinks. It is an Atlanta goal kick. Benfica with the first chance of the game. Who do you think's looking more solid right now as Benfica again come forward?
I don't know, very early on, but I mean, right now it's going to be that battle at midfield. That's going to be the key to the game, absolutely. But right now, Benfica's trying to abuse that right wing.
Talent was dropping so deep.
Picking that up. Goalie's taking the strike. He loves himself a bit of the strike roll. Ooh, Classy coming in.
5-6 pop. Cut that out. Classy, a very multi-tooled midfielder.
Yup.
Anywhere in that midfield, those defensive attributes coming in key for him there. Talentless with the head on. Well, previously Wanyama, now Tamori. There's Taco on that left-hand side. Taco was an integral part of this Benfica title-winning defense. As Lake, and he's fouled there by, I believe that was Slays, trying to introduce this Atlanta press on this Benfica team. It could pay off. Benfica team sometimes gets a little unsettled at the back, but they do, well, as they've done so here, finding Chuck in this wide area. Vanquish now. Chuck is on press, and it will be. Well, I believe that's Slays going into the book there. Benfica have a throw down this left-hand side. Goatless wins that one back, but Lake again immediately Goatless now from Moneybags. Nice move down the right, looking for Talentless through the middle. Tamori there to clean things up, plays it back to Striker. Striker is one of the best goalkeepers with his feet. Told me the other day I was talking to him, and he said that goalkeeper's kicking ability right where he wants it. Here's Chuck looking to play in. Pinks, Perp being pressed. Perp clearing the ball out. Schmerda helping him out. Fortunate touch takes him out of bounds. It's good defending and good pressing from both. Trying to really expunge their quality on the other side here. Chuck now in space, finds Lake in the middle. What ball? Sweet ball. And Chuck swings that across the box. Now for Vanquish. Vanquish dribbling around, Slays there.
Taken down the box. Penalty play.
I believe that was Foot that came in with the challenge. And it was Tamori that was a little too slow on the ball and gets away with it. Classy now down this right-hand side, just taking his time. And it will be, no, it'll be an Atlanta throw. Here's Schmerda down the left.
Somehow managed
to
Schmerda
on the ball.
Keep it. Oh, man.
Classy finally takes it away from him. Schmerda has that perfect combination of good with the feet and good off the ball, as well as his
ball control, man. I'm telling you. Dorsey, we might have to check him. Check his boost or something. He's got some stick on there. This man does not release the ball. You can tackle him 5 times, you'll keep the ball every time.
Well, they said nothing's ever safe without duct tape, and well, those boots are all black, so I can tell you exactly what's on those. And it's Exiled overlapping fullback, and is that Slays sent off? It is.
A quick
card.
red. 36 minutes.
Wow. We do know the referees are harsh in this iteration of FIFA, but that is
That is going to be
an
a
interesting development.
big call. An absolutely huge call. I didn't even see
So-
the foul. It was for what was it? He played the advantage and then just came back for the yellow.
Came back
It
for the
just
yellow,
happened to be
and
on the
now they're
same
looking to expose that Vanquish here.
Plays a
Yep, Cruyff out of
back.
position,
What a-
Perp off the line.
save.
Schmurdas tries to challenge for it. Classy still with it. Pinks, Classy. It's hooked back in the box. Oh, a nice touch by Exile. Still not clear. It is now. Schmurda keeps it in. Back for CM. Benfica with the best chances of the game. So found the 10 men.
Save of the season so far. It's not even a goalie.
Cruyff left stranded and bailed out by Lil Perp, and how that could change this tie, how the red card could change this tie.
The red tide is going to be major.
And it's Stone and a save off the bar by Alpha Cruyff.
They're going to be under fire. They're now playing with 10 men.
2 added minutes. So I believe it was sent off because I just saw Slays' name pop up.
I don't think it's Slays, but I forget who Tecatito is. I recognize the name. I just can't. I don't remember.
Could
who
that
the player
be
was.
Moneybags? But that is halftime. That wow.
I can't
What
remember
can
the
we
name.
say
It's not coming to me right now.
about that half?
That was one hell of a half. That's what we got to say.
It was Moneybags sent off.
It was Moneybag. I knew I recognized the name, and I wasn't too sure if it was Slays or not. But yeah, Moneybags on that right attacking mid.
Will will have it
second.
all to do down that right hand side. And
The moment he's been waiting
Now-
for his entire life.
if I have this correct in my head,
Mhm.
Atlanta were having issues before getting people into the lobby. With Moneybags now ineligible for the second leg,
I need a rule check.
that maybe
Rule check.
have an issue? Dorsey, can we maybe get some input in the chat, please?
Get a rule check. I'm pretty sure. I want to say it is since his.
I believe
it
he
is a
will
red
be
card.
ineligible. It's
and then
Benfica kicking off.
Just not a good night for Atlanta right now.
First
Huh?
leg.
There's gonna be one hell of a second half. I can tell you that. Yes, again, you said first leg. It's just two-legged affair. ATL right now is the home team, and the first Benfica looking for this away goal.
And it is Benfica doing all the poking and prodding. Atlanta can of their own half, whatever they do. Great defending there by Will. Not so great defending playing out from the back.
Do you think they'll keep the?
Here's Stone.
Oh wait, as I
Thought
as I
for a
speak,
second. Talentless Pinks. Oh, he scored against his former
Let's kill
club
Pink
in his
Zero.
debut.
In his
What?
debut in a Benfica uniform, absolute curler into that left side of the fucking goal. What a hit! What an absolute great through 3 defenders.
We saw Talentless dropping deep, defending,
Great.
trying to help out his side.
Great hit.
And it is one-way traffic trying to play out again, unable to do so. This being a man
This can be huge. Man down against
is hurt
the Benfica side.
hard. The goal scorer now plays it down the right. Classy's there, takes an unlucky touch, but it did
Alright.
come
I
off
was
of
gonna ask this
exile for a
question
Benfica
before-
throw.
Buzz cut me off with an amazing goal. Do you think they're going to change the formation at all, or do you think Moneybags are just they're going to leave that right attacking mid spot and just play with everyone else, like exclusively down the left and middle, basically? Because I don't see I don't see Will going forward too much. I feel like he might.
I feel like it's going to be damage limitation from here on out.
Oh,
Not doing
offside.
Stone. Ooh, just off.
Close, very
side.
close.
Atlanta already on the ropes here in this first leg. The scoreline does not tell the tale of this match so far. Is Atlanta breaks into their own half, and just as I say that, gives the ball away. Slays do work down this right hand, trying to be an outlet. That is another. It was almost a stray pass from Will. But Slays again picking that one off. We've seen Slays' name pop up many times tonight. He's been he was the late replacement
So far, it's done pretty well.
So I
Besides
figured out what's happened there.
you
Is
mentioned the card.
CM9 will head into
Go
the
in
book as well. So I have figured out what's happened. Vape has moved to the right center back role. Slays has gone to DM. So the notable absence now
And then
for
everything was
Atlanta
good.
is Foot King.
Fucking internet drop. Okay. I think I saw something about Jamie talking about fucking his
Yeah.
internet being very wonky. So I was convinced it was our good friend Will, but I guess he got everything back up and running.
Well, this is damage limitation for Atlanta rather
Pretty
now.
luck.
Benfica offense. And that
Front tackle.
is a tackle. And Burp giving Chuck the elbow.
Let me
It
see.
will be. Who is this going into the book? I believe.
That's a helpful name.
Well. Well,
You got
it will be Chuck taking this free kick. Now they have the center back and a winger. I believe he's offside.
what to win.
And that is a great win in the box from Slays. Can he keep it in? Goatless does well, but not well enough. As Vape is there to cut it out. Those former center back skills coming in handy tonight for this man down, labored Atlanta side.
I mean, if Atlanta can pull off a draw here, gonna be one hell of a result.
And so we figured out, I believe that is off. Here's Vape will send that one back to Apocrife, and that seeing as it could have been. I do believe
runs.
we figured out that Atlanta are the home team, correct? So that is a Benfica away.
Yes, sir.
Make their
That is a
first
Benfica away.
adventure into this half. It's Schmerda, and that is an Atlanta corner. This could be extremely important if Atlanta can pull something off.
That was the first time we said Schmerda's name in the second half. So I'm surprised they haven't gone to this left side a little bit more, especially with player that quality. But I mean, maybe that's
also the first time Atlanta had made a venture into this half. It's headed on the strikers with the safe hands as always, and the big boot down the middle, looking for Stone, and he has it. That's a good touch. But Exile covering for his center backs is there, but it's not played out well. Chuck is onside. Chuck down the line.
Playing back post.
Look at his back post for Stone. Tries to cut it back again. Matt almost fell for Pinks. It's
Man,
cleared
he just
away.
left the ball behind. That was interesting.
Cleared away. Will now to Goatless. Atlanta trying to mount some sort of wreck. It's Perp back out onto this right wing. Played now for Goatless. Taco Kid is there.
It appears that they got rid of the cam. I think Goatless might have gone out wide. At least that's how they're playing just now. Might expect a DM to push up a little bit as an attacking player.
Perp wins that header. And there's Schmerda again. Can't keep that one in. It is a mixture of unlucky and down to 10 men for Atlanta right now. That is the storyline, is Moneybags being sent off.
I mean, a huge storyline. Buzz getting
since that Sunday off.
In the debut.
Kurt not as convincing at the back as he normally is, but in an Atlanta throw. And it is Benfica now down this right-hand side. And out ball is off of a goal kick. That's great defending there from Perk.
Great defending.
Chuck always a dangerous player, especially in that attacking mid role. When he's given freedom, that is a costly giveaway from Apocrife, and Pinks is there. Now Classy looking to the middle, but Exile sticks out a vital foot to prevent that ball from going in the box, and Talentless is clamped on departure.
Probably might be able to do.
Schmerda now for Talentless. Talentless just Germanchenko very well, and Talentless will go into the book as well.
Yep. Second yellow for Talentless.
Atlanta down to 9 men. Their main striker sent off. things
Yeah,
cannot get
man, Rams.
any worse
This
for
is
Atlanta right now.
this ref is having a field day with those cards.
Well, the ref has been apparently looking for a job. He's handing out business cards like crazy.
That's literally what is happening right now. And
We
man,
have
if we can get a second one here.
we have 2 minutes of added time. We played through a minute and a half of it,
Swing here.
and Wanyama almost to that. Stone almost to that. 5-6 Poppy clears that one away. CM9 back in. Benfica
Time finish.
with a crucial header.
Ah,
And
offside.
Pinks is offside. An unlucky bounce for Benfica. Oof.
Once this kick goes,
And
I
Perp
believe
will send that one
that is it.
wide. And
Sends
that
it
will
out.
end
The
it.
game. Wow.
Whoa.
That is gonna be one hell of a second leg.
Atlanta is lucky. This scoreline is 1-0.
Big time for Atlanta. I mean, they still have relatively a shot as long as I feel like
So-
Atlanta can get players on.
We
Hopefully they
do
can find someone.
we do have confirmation Eggs and Talentless are ineligible for the second
Mhm.
leg. So that is the right attacking mid position and striker needing to be filled. This-
Exile, call Scarta back from loan. They need him.
the wow. I mean, what can we say there other than
Besides the big story that Benfica somehow only got one goal.
I think
Atlanta held for much of that game for what they.
if Benfica has any negatives from this game other than the fact that you know they completely bossed this Atlanta team around after the first sending off, much less the second. They only scored the one goal. It's an away goal, but as we move into the second leg, a set piece Atlanta scores and we're back on even terms. And with 11 men, what can Atlanta do to maybe even this back up and pull it back in their direction? Because right now, all the momentum is going Benfica's way.
Right now, I mean, we're gonna have to see if Atlanta can field the full 11. I'm sure Exile spamming the Discord, the Atlanta Discord, trying to find some players right. This will be their time to shine. See if they can get a starting spot during the season. But man, not something I think I'd be seeing would be 2 red cards and only a 1-0 result when you're facing the Super League champions in Benfica.
Well, it's always a daunting task facing the previous champions. It's nothing easier doing it with 10 or even 9. But it is surely a mad scramble for Atlanta to get players on right now.
I'm sure they have the depth. It's just who is on at this moment, who is on call right now.
Who can connect to servers in a way that
Hopefully, I don't get a terrible gray screen. We know how those are.
well, I think Moneybags maybe obviously getting the sent off first didn't help, but the main goal scorer Talentless getting sent off for the second yellow with I mean, it makes you wonder if you need a tackle there. Did he really need to go in with the 2-footed challenge?
Did he really need to? I don't think so. I think he had full confidence that he's going to get that.
I mean, these are massive things you hate to see. We could have some interesting developments. I won't send those across just yet, but something really interesting could definitely happen here.
You are getting called back from loan?
No. Trust me. No. Strikers
I think that's what the interesting development is.
Well, it is
Striker is very, very true statement there. I did
Yeah,
think it was the No Rules Cup. I do get those confused from time to
I
time.
I just don't even know where. I mean, it was a fantastic strike, and they played
Absolute
Atlanta
class.
off the park.
I mean,
Um,
after that Moneybag send off, I love the change of moving Gutless out wide to not have basically a dead spot in the midfield. So then you could have 5-6 or Slays try to step up into that, like maybe cam roll attacking a little bit.
and
So that was a good tactical change. But once Talentless goes off, it's like, what can you really like? That kind of shoots everything in the foot at that point.
yeah, I just this is the last thing that I expected to have to think about tonight. I mean, this is. Have we ever had this before in a cup final over 2 legs that we have 2 sending offs
I don't know about
over?
two sending offs, but I mean, this is interesting
Oh,
that this
wow.
season 12 is going to kick off.
Season 12 kicking off with a bang, man. This is.
For any late people tuning in here, Benfica is up 1-0 on away goals. They're going to go into their home leg right now. If
Ugh.
Atlanta can field Atlanta with the very unlucky two red cards to their
The-
starting striker and starting right attacking. Um, this is I can see I can see the development that's happening here with Atlanta, and I don't know if we announce this. I feel like this might be what they're going with this.
I don't know. The real question is off. Um, and will it be allowed within the rules?
What was it? Say it
Is
one time.
so. I'm gonna check something here real quick to see if my thinking is. Um, oh.
I mean, I'm not too sure what you're looking into here. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I feel like I should go ahead and announce this lineup because I feel like this might be what they're going with. But in net, a little coming back with a fury at a PCN going in net. Oh no, they took. I cannot see their lineup anymore.
Chuck's stream is also down, so
Oh,
we are completely
man,
blind to what is going on.
everything is now blind. One of the major changes that I saw before everything went away. APOC, the ATL keeper from last game, is not going to be playing right attack, and we're going to be having Vape move from center back to striker. X Footy's going to slot back in as a center back. Hopefully, it's connected. And I think that should be everyone, right? Everyone stay the same,
I
unless
bel
someone else subbed in.
I believe that should cover everything. So
But I mean, I'm gonna love
to
seeing APOC at right attack. But this is about to be a.
to recap, we have Little Brazilian in goal. We have Exile, Footy, Perp, and Will across 5-6 and Slays again at that DM position. Now across the attacking midfield, it will be Schmerda, Goatlist, and Apocryphian, and it will be Vape up top. So I'd say it's really hard to.
We got a game, boys.
I
We got a
mean,
full.
really, the only position that I think can be questioned is the right attacking mid position, but
Nah, APOC striker, boys. We out here. As he stated, 82 pace in a dream. This is gonna be
wow,
absolute madness.
uh, so let's just go over this first leg here. So it was a very back and forth 30 minutes. Benfica had the better of the chances, but Atlanta were making their venture forward. Moneybags gets sent off just before, and Benfica almost immediately trying to take advantage of that. They go into halftime and what the game plan is, and and that they did. It was almost 55 minutes in that Pinkso, former Atlanta player, scoring against his former club, scoring his first goal for Benfica, and what a banger it was! It was a left-footed volley into the top corner. Benfica were always with the better chances, and then probably the first time that Atlanta made their venture into their attacking half, about 5 minutes, the full 90. It was after an ensuing Atlanta corner, and Talent was trying to initiate the Atlanta press, went 2-footed into Jermachenko, getting him a second yellow, getting him sent off as well.
Yep, that's basically the resume. But I mean,
So
I'm gonna love seeing this game right
for
now.
anybody that missed part of that, is the first leg recap on exactly what happened. Erickson making a great point in the chat. 1-0 with a red card and subsequently a second. It's a side like Benfica, of the quality of those players. If you're Benfica, you're almost kicking yourself at this point. You know Atlanta have to make changes, but I can tell you right now,
hot, man.
I can tell you right now, Chuck is not happy with a 1-0 result. He's letting his squad know it. It will be. It could be a very, very interesting second leg here. As
I have faith.
I
in
don't
the boys.
know about you, but I've a stream.
Oh yeah, I do
Our
not.
stream is down. Will's stream is
both.
down.
They're
We
both
are.
mysteries. We are legitimately flying blind.
Hey.
Something's getting figured out. I believe Will had a hard reset on his thing because I saw he was loading in, but then that was GG's. So
Yeah. Wow. This is a very interesting. So it looks like
what happened?
I'm in the Atlanta chat, obviously.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
It looks like they can't get into a party, so they've gone to a Discord call.
Oh, I love it.
And the
Discord.
slight twist is that Pinks is currently in the Discord call. He's just left.
I guess they didn't realize they didn't
It's
think I
getting
went
his
through.
stream for Sack Strikers.
Cool, dope. I guess they didn't think that went through. Huh?
That would have been hilarious. This is
All right, this is our whole strategy, boys.
yeah.
Man peaked here.
I can't think of a marquee matchup more wild than this. Anyone can correct me, but if we ever had a marquee matchup where we waited like 15 minutes after time to get a cup final going over the two legs, and then to have this sort of situation play out in the first leg, I mean,
This is something.
everyone's heads absolutely everywhere. I'm sure almost nobody is 100% focused on this, other than maybe one or two of the Benfica players. I mean, this is simply crazy. It is unprecedented, ridiculous.
The mad scramble in ATL right now is something to behold. I'm telling you, man, if a pocket, no one ever is gonna hear the end of it.
Oh,
it's gonna nuclear heat.
Here's
Saul's going to sleep.
Yeah,
GG, boys.
Saul's gone and taken a nap.
I was gonna come out and say this real quick. We are not streaming FIFA 19. We are streaming FIFA 20.
This is to remind everyone.
I just saw that on the Twitch thing.
To remind everyone, this is the first game of FIFA 20, and this is how things are going. Yep. This is fantastic. I'm loving every second. Oh wow. Wow. That's all I know how to say for this this situation.
It's just wow. Basically sums it up. The mad scramble.
Bill's just
That
messaged
must
me
be.
saying he's ready to get his recall.
That's what I'm
Second
saying,
leg
man. You got Scar right here. Send him in.
here.
Send him in, coach. Oh, what the heck? My yours is thinking emoji
Oh,
so
wow.
weird. Mine
Yeah,
just says
yeah. The whole FIFA
I'm streaming
19 thing
FIFA
was
19.
me as well. Um, let's take a look at the chat. I don't even know. We have Zebra currently twerking with SpongeBob in the chat. Austin's asking if we really have to wait this long for another zero
We
shot
gotta wait this
game
long, yes.
from Atlanta. King reiterating Erickson's point of 1-0 is much better than 0-0 against Atlanta United.
Very true.
Teen Scones APOC playing Ram, yes he is. It is going to be quite an interesting affair we have here. Wow, just wow.
Man, do you have any Chuck or Will?
I
No, they're both still. I know Chuck's
okay.
still off, so I'm assuming Will's freaking out. So I don't think his
Yeah,
is on.
don't have
This is
go on Will's channel
this is
now.
not a full Enzo 9. We are legitimately just waiting for them to try to figure out what is happening.
So for those of you who don't know, typically when I do commentary, I like kind of go on a piece of paper and write out
What the hell's going on?
write out how the stream is going to go and what I'm going to talk about. That has been completely ripped up. I just I don't even know what to go on anymore until we get the second game on the way, because this is I have never seen this. I've been doing competitive clubs for 3, 4, yeah, we're on my fourth year now. I've never heard of this, in much less in a game aspect. But putting it in a in a match for silverware and then streaming is completely new to me. It is. Oh wow.
I just love Moneybags comment in the chat right now, putting imagine watching me play. We did imagine it for about 30 minutes before he got sent off. we were seeing it
Wow.
all before our eyes, and then the referee said, "Take a walk."
And I I guess that we could definitely go on and talk about, okay, with all these strikers looking to put in challenges and now getting all stats, strikers getting interceptions and tackles, do we see an increase in bookings and yellow and red cards? I mean, because we've seen it here, and I think everybody knows at this point that the referee is just gonna go full Oprah mode with the cards. So
This is, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting development to see, especially with new stats and everything coming in. But man, I didn't think we'd be waiting this long for a game. I'm utterly shook right now,
oh
as the hip
jeez.
kids say.
Alright, let's see if any of these streams are back up. Chuck is not
He
alive.
is not.
Will is not alive.
Fine.
Alright. Well, all 67 of you have stuck it out with us through this. We have no idea what's going on. We're just trying to hopefully get into this next game. We are almost an hour into the stream. Actually, we've reached the hour mark. And we've played one match.
Waiting on leg 2.
We're waiting on the second leg. We we have no stream at the moment as Chuck took his stream down. Will's been having connection issues all night, so his stream is currently down. As I'm just checking them again, and that
For
is
all we know, they're
still.
playing right
And if I have people saying they're playing, then it is PCN radio at its finest. We'll be commentating through our own Twitch chat at that point.
Oh man, this is.
And no, they aren't playing. Thank
That
you
was a
very
joke.
much.
That was a total joke that they're not playing.
Yeah. No. Trust.
Really trying to
Trust.
get
Trust.
It's just a whole ass mess right now.
It is. Wow.
This is.
Saul, that is the most valid question asked all night.
I'm sure Will's just. I mean, the only other people confused as us right now are probably the Benfica guys waiting to get a.
Yeah.
We're trying to get this over with. We got our lead. Trying to get our title and go home. That's what we're trying to do right now. But
Oh wow, what a time!
all right, should we do presentations for League 2 or what?
Yeah, sure. We can
Hype
take
up
a look
for
at
League
League 2 if you like.
We gotta buy some more time.
Yep, we got more time to kill. Pull this up here. We'll go to the League 2 tape.
Who's in League 2?
So I do know Yanez, after his brief issue with the game, came back and coming back and taking charge of IX. Atletico Madrid are an interesting team. They've brought in
Yeah, very, very true.
they've brought in quite a few players. Some may not have heard of, but some of which have been really Jeepers. Jeepers,
Yeah, Jeepers is the name.
yeah, Jeepers is the star-studded goalkeeper that Oswald, the manager down there, managed to bring in. They've loaned in Pancake Waffle.
Another big signing from
another-
last season, right?
I believe that was from Wolves. I believe he signed for Wolves and got loaned
Okay.
to Atletico.
Oh, gotcha,
So,
okay.
yeah. So let me take a look here.
Yeah, Dorsey. Yeah,
Dorsey.
this is something else. This is what we were telling you, Dorsey. Yep. Barca, after the embarrassing way to go out in the
Yeah, you hate to see that.
yep, so
If I had
Maybe-
to, if I had to make any bets right now, I would probably or again favorites to go up.
depending, I mean, they lost. Was it Roberto, right? You said Roberto was now managing League 1. Wasn't he like their top goal scorer last season?
I
Like,
believe
I mean,
you're correct.
it's gonna be interesting to see how Barca goes on without him. Wait, timeout. Will what?
Yeah.
Hello? Wait. I'm pulling up the Xbox app. Timeout.
Oh god.
You're lying.
Oh Jesus. Well. Yeah. It is PCN
You're
Radio.
lying. I think he's lying. Oh my god, he
Dude.
is. What the? Who's the?
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, we have PC and radio tonight, boys.
Okay.
Oh, thank God, Will.
We'll
Thank
say-
Jesus.
we'll say Wait. Hold on. Yes, he is. Okay. We might have a stream. There are halftime.
This is we've shit the bed here today, boys. This is something else.
Well, it looks like it's been a fairly lopsided standpoint.
You tell me what's happening. I don't got anything pulled up.
Alrighty. So Atlanta have kicked off the second half. It's 0-0. Things have gone swimmingly here. Another Atlanta striker has gone into the book. Vape is on a yellow card.
Jesus.
So good things there.
All right, we're back, boys. Second half, 0-0. Benfica still 1-0 up.
Alrighty. So it is APOC. Yep, APOC is on that right mid foot is on the ball. There's debut of Brazilian in goal. Classy hits that
Oh,
one.
who the hell knows what happened in the first half? We got told nothing. We
5-6
legitimately left in the dark.
Atlanta looking to break here. The
Oh,
big
season.
ball across. The striker's gonna get there. No, he's
APOC! My boy! That's my boy! Let's go!
The
1-1!
Justin leveling things for Atlanta United. It's a deft finish. It's
Let's
Smyrna from the
go!
left all the way across. It's 1-1 just in time.
APOC, money bags move over.
Wow.
APOC's taking that spot.
Deep has been
Let's go.
wow. What scenes.
What did I
Absolute.
say? 1-1 on aggregate now. Extra. Wait, no, not even extra. We would go to golden goal if this stays if the result holds.
So it is 1-1. Both teams have scored an away goal. from both teams have scored from maybe the unlikely scores. Benfica having a former Atlanta player score for them.
Atlanta has a goalkeeper scoring.
In Atlanta, you know Strikers is going to hear about this in the Keeper Nation chat. Well, that is a challenge from Vape on a yellow card.
Strikers and APOC are about to go nuclear on each other.
Oh, that's a yellow.
These games are just something.
wow.
These guys are wanting to kill each other. This is a UFC fight. What is this?
Mental. 5-6 poppies on a yellow card. Benfica looking to play through the middle. Foot can get his connection together and got himself together to clear away that ball. Classy is also on a yellow card.
Damn,
Just taking it off them.
Oh, here we go again, boys.
And it's Smyrna down this left-hand side. What can they do here?
APOC to go.
Again. APOC gonna try his luck.
He scored that. I'm out. I'm walking out the room.
APOC has confidence running through his blood right now.
Inject it, man, straight into the veins right now. What is happening?
The Taco Kid on the throw on this left side as things more or less start to settle down.
Okay, no, never mind. This is absolute
fantastic. It is fantastic. Schmerda might be offside. He's not, but it's cleared away by the Benfica defense. 5-6 Poppy through the middle. Schmerda looking for the return to Poppy, and it doesn't quite come off for him. Here's Pinks now to Stone. Stone has a runner on the left, looks him off, and is taken away by his former defensive midfielder.
A lot of formers.
Yeah.
Buddy holding the connection.
Fantastic clearance there. APOC looking for the big ball in behind to Schmerda. Schmerda will touch could have been better there. He tried to flick it over himself, but Classy does very well. And Wolf Slays almost gets to that ball. That would have been dangerous as Benfica were caught out. And Foot does very well to get in a step there. And Atlanta beginning to recycle their possession using those fullbacks to the best of their ability. Exile looking inside Vape with a heavy touch. It takes him away from the ball, and CM9 recovers and plays back to his goal. It's off Vape Cryfian. And what's going to happen here is APOC went for the diving header.
If Atlanta wins, I'm calling a man of the match. I don't care what anyone else says. Getting thrown from GK to right attacking mid, and scoring the equalizing goal.
Ronaldo chopping here on the left. What can he do? He finds Schmerda. Schmerda plays it back only to Pinks. Maybe forgot what team he played for again. Here.
Hopefully we'll see
bringing Will into the attack. Right, APOC is onside, playing on that last man. Still has the ball, and that will be he wins Atlanta a free kick. We have almost a quarter of an hour to go. What can they do here? Both center backs in the box. It is, I believe that's Goatless taking the free kick.
Yeah.
It is Goat. It is Foot, and it's Footy. Bar. Strikers just needed to watch that one sail straight over his crossbar, as he will play it out to Vanquish, and will blast that into Slays. But Slays does well to win that one back and play it back to his fullback. And that is a wayward ball across the box.
Brazilian coming out for it.
And Vape trying to play off the last man. Doesn't quite come off from Classy. Skilling straight in to Schmerda. He tries to get back down the field and doesn't quite get there. Goat now contested for the ball. Here's Chuck for Benfica. Chuck being, well, one of the most consistent players so far. Hasn't really set a foot wrong. XL trying to get forward here, doing anything he can. He Pinks, his former player, and it ricochets out of bounds for Atlanta. We have 10 minutes left before the 90 minutes. Pert with a critical challenge there. Clearing that one out to APOC. APOC rushing that pass. That was a goalkeeper's pass right there. Vanquish now down this right-hand side. Will tracking his run well. APOC looking to 5-6. 5-6 dude dwells too long on the ball. Stone takes it from him. Here's Pinks. Working back for Stone. Will is there. Great defending, covering his center back. It almost falls.
Oh, man.
So I believe that was Chuck in the middle. It was Foot there to clear it away. Benfica starting to grow into this game more and more. Classy down this left-hand side. Headed away by Foot.
One half.
Goatless now. Schmerda. Schmerda with a wolf. CM9 is absolutely bossing the park and Slays.
Oh, wait. Yellow?
We'll go back into the book.
About Reds. Like petrified now.
3 minutes left. 3 minutes left.
Who can he find?
Benfica cook up here. It will be played out to the right. Classy with the ball into the box. Foot there to clear. What he's there for. It's what he's good at. APOC only plays that one to CM9. Does well. Clear back to his goalkeeper, Brazilian. Calm on the ball. Goal was sending it out to the right.
Typical Brazilian.
Atlanta's last attack. Here's Will. Vape back in a more familiar striker position. He's hurt. He's on the ground. He won't be a part of this final Atlanta attack. Here's Schmerda. He does well on that yellow. Had to be a calculated challenge. Here's Pinks looking to send them through. We've almost played the 3 added minutes. It is Stone. What a move. Still Stone. Foot with the challenge. Back to Pinks. Looking to play it across. It's still Pinks. It is the last-ditch defending from Atlanta United. It's scrambled away. How that wasn't a goal. We play on still. We're almost 5 minutes added.
What a
Wanyama gets a touch on that. It goes out of play.
Oh, my goodness.
We are heading the golden goal. This is ridiculous. We apologize for not being able to show you the first half, but thankfully,
oh my goodness,
we were able to see the Atlanta goal.
Willie William, we are very much entertained.
So
this is
Fozzie makes a good point. If golden goal, can Taolas and Moneybags come back in?
Oh.
Is that a thing? Wait. Hold on.
Rule check. Check.
Can we get a determination there? This is crazy. Suspended players are still out. Okay.
They cannot play. APOC can still be a goat.
We can settle that. Let's see. So we do have the interesting question now of is it a golden goal match or
it is
a silver goal match? I believe there is.
We have been confirmed.
Okay.
Golden goal confirmed by Dorsey. We're going to go to a third game. First team to score.
Oof. Wow. Yep. Okay. That is confirmed. That is final. It is golden. As soon as the first team scores, they will win the Season 12 Community Shield and the first silverware for FIFA 20.
I'm telling you, man, APOC the GOAT.
APOC I mean, imagine if he scores the winner.
I'm gonna go mental.
I'm definitely gonna have a peek in the chat. Uh, definitely have a peek in the Goalkeeper Nation chat. On
Wait up.
if APOC is talking to strikers. I do have.
I can only imagine. All right, I might be new to this, but what the hell is silver goal?
So
I've
the
never
way
heard of that in
silver
my
goal
life.
would work is they would essentially play out. If one team were to score, they would play out the half.
Oh,
And
okay.
then, so, but I don't believe that's going to be the case here. I know there was some
We're getting
discrepancy
double
in the
check.
rule. Um,
Got a couple admins duking it out, trying to figure out what exactly is going to happen here. If we do see a golden goal, it'll be first team to score. That is what I am accustomed to. First team to score will
Yep.
be the winner. Silver goal, as Scott had just explained, a team scores, play out the half, and right, if they stay tied, then it, like eventually just goes extra time.
Yep. And
Alright.
obviously, we will play out the first half. If no team has scored, we will play until somebody scores. And I believe at the end of that game, we would go to extra time and then penalty kicks. So I
Yep.
don't believe
Alright.
we could have.
We do have
extended
confirmation from the great Dorsey himself. It is golden goal.
Daddy Dorsinator has blessed us with his knowledge and allowed us to
Going to
know
be a golden goal matchup.
that it is golden goal. So for all nearly 75 of you in here,
APOC,
well,
please.
we're glad
clutch.
we're glad you guys are along because this is
I
fantastic.
want to know how the first half went. We didn't even know what was happening. We were just sitting here in the dark.
Just judging from the stats, it was 58% possession. Both teams had a shot. 58% possession for Atlanta, so it almost seemed like when at full strength, Atlanta were able to really boss around this Benfica side, something we don't see very often.
I think we're getting a discrepancy on who is trying to send.
I believe it
We'll make it a
should
claim that
be
it was him. Since it was the first
Atlanta because they sent the first game.
I thought it would have been Benfica, since technically this is an extension of the second
So it is.
game. That's what I was thinking. See? But I don't know. Just want it played.
Dorsey just wants it over.
Mood. Dorsey just wants the damn game played.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll get that
Understand
sorted
that.
out. I don't think it makes too much of a difference here, but
Hopefully we don't have any crazy situations. I mean, we've already been through the ringer tonight, basically. This is
wow. I
we would
mean,
be having our post-match interview right now, you know, like
we would almost already have the stream done by now.
yeah, it might have been over by now.
It would probably be over right about now.
This is
But
woo.
I could keep this going all night.
Saul would be in bed.
Saul would
Going
be
nighty-night.
Saul has old man sleeping hours. He would already be in bed asleep, blindfold on and everything. But it looks like we have connected, and this is for all the marbles. This is for the first
Golden goal, my
silverware.
friends.
The memes that are gonna come out of this is gonna be off the charts. Talent was saying
like-
Bape scoring the winger has his counterpart at Seychelles at striker.
It has to be APOC. The prophecy must be fulfilled.
APOC, I'm going absolutely mental. We've kicked off Engel and Benfica back in the red. Atlanta
First
in the
game of
white.
season 12. What a way to kick it off, am I right?
Wow. This is Atlanta controlling possession here, just taking their time, playing out from the back like they like to do. It's Will having a suspect touch on the ball. Foot helps him out. But it is Slays that hands it over to CM9. Here's Benfica. It only takes one. They only need
red.
one. They know that.
Jersey change.
as it's Stone down this right-hand side. Pink's in the middle.
Got him.
Classy scores. Classy ends it. Benfica,
Ball game.
Community Shield champions.
Classy.
It took
With the
all
dagger.
of 2 minutes for
Meg
all-
Brazilian.
to
Oh
get through
my.
Brazilian's legs. And that will
And
do
in
it.
the 6th minute, that is game.
That will
Ball game.
do it. They play on, but it is all over. Benfica winning their first silverware of the season. And wow, what a way to end that one.
They just got the ball back, went down that right side, and put it home. That's literally all they need. Nice, quick, and I don't know, not much else to say about that. That was nice and quick.
Oh,
I was
wow.
expecting a full-length defensive match.
I
but
was
there you
ready.
go.
I was ready to go all the way because of these two teams being so even.
That's what it was looking like. I was like,
For
if we
most
go
of the
all the way to
11 v
a
11.
shootout, that's gonna be something.
But getting back on track here, out of what we've seen tonight, who do you think had the largest of impacts for both teams?
Large. I mean, we didn't even see half of a game, so I don't know if I can be like, I don't know if I can say this.
From what we saw and from what you can interpret.
I don't know how I can give it to the losing team, but I mean, I got to give it up for that ATL backline. Just holding it down in a 2 red card situation. The shuffle of team, basically, for that second game. Who knows what happened in that first half? That's a mystery that only the Benfica and ATL boys will ever know, because no one else saw. But man, they just got him one time, really, at the end there, cutting in on that right side, and then got him killed. But I'm not really sure who to give this to. I mean, that was something else of a night, to be honest. I don't know if I can give that to one solid person. I mean, you can give it to Classy being the winner, cool, calm, and collected right in front of net.
Well, it was definitely the deftest of finishes, a clean finish. Benfica just working the ball down that left-hand side.
APOC, you are something else. I already know.
APOC is already a living legend.
I don't know if you're watching the stream, but we're an absolute euphoria when you hit it. I was like, don't tell me that's APOC. When that cross came in, I was like, there's no way.
I saw the name pop. Oh,
Strikers was
wow.
coming out full head of steam, and boom, slotted right up. I told him, APOC, I got you. You're getting the
wow.
goal. Just didn't happen. Golden goal does go to Classy.
Wow.
For everyone just tuning in, kind of late here. Classy with the dagger. Benfica 2-1, winners on golden goal.
Yep.
Community Shield champion.
Yep. First silverware of FIFA 20. And well, what a way to kick off the season in this FIFA. I mean, wow. But anyway, congratulations to Benfica winning your first silverware, adding to the trophy cabinet for most of them. Pinks scoring his first Benfica goal for his new team in his first game against his former club.
APOC scoring.
APOC
Who would have thought that one?
Can we get confirmation that is APOC's first
PCN goal?
first
Maybe.
PCN goal?
I don't
Do we
know about. I think he played late night. He played striker, but
I know he's played draft before, but that could
oh yeah, he did
could
play
definitely
draft. Was it
yeah,
draft?
that
Did he play? Yeah, he was draft striker. I don't know if that
yeah.
counts.
that could definitely be his
APOC
first
and
PCN
strikers
goal.
Gonna go at it all night long. Can't wait for that.
Man, it's like I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Be ready.
Well,
Oh man.
it doesn't look like we will be getting any interviews. I'm pretty sure everybody is just done with tonight.
It's been one hell of a night, that's for sure.
We're going on almost nearing an hour and a half of streaming, which is about half an hour longer than we normally go. But again, for those of you that have stuck it out with us tonight through all of the craziness that's been going on, we thank you all very much from Pro Clubs Nation, from myself and Adam.
Yes, sir.
Benfica are the Community Shield champions of season 12. And
See you. I don't know. The next stream will be Precinct Cup. Who knows?
it
But
I don't
season
know
kicks
about
off.
Preseason Cup. Yep. Season kicks off a week from today, no?
Yep.
Yep.
Season 12.
Season 12 right around the
Unless you-
corner. But again, congratulations to Benfica adding to the trophy cabinet. We know they're going to be a force. Commiserations to the Atlanta squad. It was a rough go throughout the
One hell
entire
of a
night.
showing, though.
And
I'll give 'em one hell of a showing.
they stuck in very, very well. But anyways, thank you all for joining us on tonight's marquee matchup of the Season 12 Community Shield. My name is Scrata, along with TJL, the Atom.
Yes, sir.
We say goodnight.